Hi guys. There have been a lot of struggles with putting in sources on NoodleTools. So I'm going to go over one more time how to do that and make a video so you can come back to it again and again if you get confused. Okay, so this is the source page on NoodleTools right here. If I am going to add a source from INFOhio, either Academic Search Premier or Explora or another database that you use through INFOhio, then this is how you do it. Okay, so for example, I pretended I was researching horses. Okay, I'm going to click on my article about horses here. Notice that it says it's a periodical. Okay, that was right off to the side there. When I open it, I can see what the actual source is. So if I'm confused about what a periodical is, I can, or if I'm confused about whether or not it's a periodical or a newspaper, I can click the name of the source and it will show me under the publication details what the publication type is. So if it says periodical, then that means it's just a magazine. If it's a newspaper, then you would know that it's a newspaper. Okay, that's important to know. It is a magazine. Okay, with INFOhio, it gets really, really easy with how to cite things and put it into NoodleTools. Over here on the right-hand side, do you see down here, we got this little guy that looks like a piece of paper. It says cite. So I'm going to click that and it's going to pull up all of these options. We use MLA in English. That's the citation format that we use in the English discipline in the humanities. So I'm going to copy and paste, starting with the author's name. I don't need the works cited part, just starting with the author's name. I'm going to copy and paste all of that. Okay, now in NoodleTools, I'm going to create a new source. I got it from INFOhio, which is a database. So I'm going to click database. And then I know it's a periodical, and that another word for periodical is a magazine. So I'm going to click magazine. And it's going to pull up this option. You do not need to freak out at this point. You do not have to enter any of this information because INFOhio did it for us. Instead, we're going to click where it says quick cite here, copy and paste the citation. And it's going to give us this option where we then just Control V. It puts it right in there. We click save. Bada bing, bada boom, we have a source and it puts it into my source list. Okay, so that's how you do it with INFOhio. Also, a side note, don't forget to save the article to that EBSCO folder in your Google Drive by clicking this guy right here. It's going to save it to your Google Drive. Okay, now if you have a source that you did not find through INFOhio, here's how you're going to do it. So for example, this is from nationalgeographic.com. What? Okay, never mind. I have to enter my email. So let me find a different article really quick. Say I'm just Googling horses here. Okay, let's say I'm using Wikipedia. Let's not use Wikipedia. Let's use humanescience.org. Okay, maybe I'm writing about how to protect horses. Okay, .org tells me it's a credible site. Okay, ignore the sad puppy. All right, so this is our website here. Now, first of all, if I want to save this to my folder in my Google Drive, this is how I do it. I right click, I click print. It's going to pull up this option. I'm going to choose save to Google Drive. It's probably going to send you to a printer, but choose save to Google Drive. And then when you click save, it's going to save the PDF to your Google Drive that you can then pull into that EBSCOhost folder. So that way you never ever lose the article. You always have access to it. Okay, now to cite it, because we didn't get this through INFOhio, we're going to have to do a little bit more legwork. So for example, first thing, I'm going to copy this URL. Okay, going to go back to NoodleTools. This is a new source. I did not get it from a database. I didn't use INFOhio. It's just a website. So I'm going to click website. Most times you're going to click web page. That just means it's a page on a website. Okay, if you're doing like a podcast or a YouTube video, then things are a little bit different. In this case, it's a web page. 9 times out of 10, that's what it's going to be. Now, because I didn't get it through INFOhio, I have to put in this information myself, which is kind of like a scavenger hunt, kind of fun. Starts with the URL, so I'm going to paste that URL in there. Date of publication. I'm going to go back to my website and see if I can find when it was published. It might not be there, but we're going to take a look. Okay, scroll through here. Usually a lot of the information that we want is down at the bottom. Kind of tells us about where it came from. Now, it does not have a date that this specific article was published. So I'm going to leave that blank, but I can say that my most recent date of access was today. So I just click today and it makes that. Okay, web page. Contributors would be like an author. Okay, so I'm going to go look to see if I can find an author. I didn't see one on my first kind of scroll through here because it looks like it's more published by this company. So I don't have an author. That's okay. I'll skip that. Web page or document article title. Okay, the title here is Protecting Equines. Okay, my website title is the Humane Society of the United States, right? But this is the title of my page on that website. So I'm going to go back to NoodleTools. I'm going to type in Protecting Equines. Okay, then I mean it's in English, so I don't have to fill this part out. Name of the website is the Humane Society of the United States. The Humane Society of the United States. Publisher. Okay, that's one of those things that I'm going to find out at the very, very bottom of the page. Usually in this area here. Okay, so the publisher, tells me who the publisher is the Humane Society of the United States. Okay, so it's the same as the website title. That's not always going to be the case, but it is in this case. Okay, copy, paste. We do not have, oh, it's going to have me omit the word the, and that's okay. We'll just do what it says. We didn't see any editors, things like that. There's not an edition, version, or revision. So we've put in as much information as we can. That's okay. We're going to click save. And then it creates a citation for us as well. Okay, there it is, my website, my web page, where I got it from, the editor, the URL. All right, so that's how you make sources. These are really important for when we start doing the note cards, because on the note cards, you want to be able to select the source that you got it from, which is going to help you cite it in your paper. Okay, so if you have questions, if you're confused, come back, watch this video. Look at both options. Don't forget to save the PDF to your Google Drive folder. And if you have not shared that folder with me, please do so. All right. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks, guys.